All right, guys, we back in Red Carpet Rain. We'll talk about the NXT recap for this week. Let's tune in to results and great and more at the Red Carpet Rain.
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
Hey, guys, we back at the Red Carpet Rain. We'll talk about WWE NXT, new number one contender. We are going over the recap of NXT. You guys get the lights as we come into the ring. We going to talk about it and everything else. Now, what we going to talk about first is, it was a lot of matches going on, but a good way to kick off NXT, we had Josh Briggs versus Yoshiki. However, and not Inamura. I cannot pronounce this man's name for the life of me. Excuse me, guys, but you know who I'm talking about, the Asian wrestler. But anyway, this match started with a street fight, and it wasn't wasting no time. A lot of good stuff happened between this match. Josh Briggs, he definitely shows why he's one of the best big men on NXT. Now, hopefully they do something in the near future. He has some good spots open. He definitely did good. Selling was real good. Him and Inamura was putting each other through tables. Josh Briggs, he was actually the one that got the victory over with the spot that he did. Now, he had almost missed Inamura and landed mostly on his legs, but the spot had worked. I was surprised to see that Josh Briggs got this win. I thought he would lose as he's the heel, but I think they're going to set up something for Josh Briggs later on. If not an NXT championship match or win the title, maybe a North American, or the Cup in the future. Hopefully they do something with Josh Briggs, but that was a good way to kick off NXT. Now, we had another match of Ricky Saints versus Jasper Troy. We know these two men been going at it ever since Great American Bash. That's how it all started with Ricky was pushing to Jasper Troy. Jasper Troy attacked Ricky. Now, they had a match prior. Jasper Troy won, but Ricky Saints was determined to win this match. And it showed. It was a good big guy versus smaller guy match. And it was good that Ricky Saints, he definitely was putting in good work. He made Jasper look strong. And Jasper did his best to make Saints look good. But it was Ricky Saints. He did get the win over Jasper Troy. However, I don't like how he won. He defeated Jasper Troy with a senton on the steel steps, and he did 2 DDTs. And it was a shocking win. I just don't like how he won. But congratulations to Ricky Saints, though. We'll see what's going to happen with him in the future. Now, we had a face-to-face interaction between Blake Monroe and Jordynne Grace. We know also that Jordynne Grace was turned on. She was betrayed by Blake Monroe back at Evolution. Even though they had a successful tag team match at Great American Bash the day before. Meanwhile, Blake Monroe came to the ring. She told Jordynne Grace, there will be no physicality. If you touch me before the match at Heatwave, there's not going to be a match. Jordynne ensured she wasn't going to touch her, but she did attack all of the security men. I thought this segment was weak. Not just weak on as a whole, but really weak promo for Jordynne Grace. I didn't really buy into it. This promo didn't get me to buy into the upcoming match at Heatwave. Like, oh man, I really want to see this match. I didn't get that feeling. Hopefully the match tell us otherwise. It will be a better story. But this promo definitely did not sell me into I want to see this match at Heatwave. Now, we saw a whole peace treaty between Ethan Page and Chelsea Green versus Tyra May Steele and Tavion Heights. That was actually a good segment. It was those four going at it. It's going to set up for a tag team match announced at Heatwave. Chelsea Green and Ethan versus Tyra and Tavion. It was good back and forth. I like that segment. A much better segment compared to the previous segment I mentioned. But other than that, it was good. It ended up with Tavion and Tyra attacking both Chelsea and Ethan. But it was good. Now, we did have a 6-woman tag. Elegance brand versus Fatal Influence. I'm not real big on the Elegance brand from TNA, but it was an impressive chemistry with Fatal Influence. Total good story of all women in there, because it's heading up to also Heatwave, which is JC Jane defending her championship against Masha Slamovich, and of course Ash by Elegance. And Masha was the special guest referee. Could have went either way. Masha Slamovich called it down the middle, but it ended up being Fatal Influence defeating the Elegance brand, and this was good. Everybody had their moment to shine in the match. Everybody, even Jasmine Nix of the Fatal Influence, and even M by Elegance, which is Maggie. But I would say it was a good match, good solid one. Now, we had the main event here. It was Javon Evans versus Trick Williams for the number one contendership. Whoever wins this match will go on to face Obafemi, the NXT champion, for the NXT championship at Heatwave. Now, it looked like Trick had the match in the bag. Javon was down. He threw him off the ring, all the to the announce table. Even hit a Corey Graves. Very good spot in the match. Javon was trying to get the cutters on Trick. Trick countered. Trick he's getting better in the ring with some opponents, I will say that. I know Trick hit that rock bottom on Javon, but at the end of the day, Trick was distracted by Mike Santana from TNA. Now, we saw with Femi as well in the stands, and that allowed Javon to gain the advantage, and he hit his finisher on Trick Williams. He got the pinfall and the victory. Javon Evans defeat Trick Williams. Javon will go on to face Obafemi at NXT Heatwave. Now, they cut this segment off, I guess, because it was airtime. But after the match, we didn't see on TV, but it was Javon, Oba having a face-off, both facing each other. And Javon, it looks like a very good contender for the NXT Championship against Obafemi. I thought that was very, very solid, face-off between those men. And they're going to have a one-on-one match. More likely, it should be a main event. Should be main event. They need to showcase Obafemi more as the NXT champion. But I can't wait to see what they're going to do. Javon Evans, clearly, it was a great decision for him to win that match. Trick Williams is already the TNA World Champion. I know him and Obafemi at some point is going to have a title versus title match. As long as both men keep their titles, we're going to see that coming. I've been talking about that for the past couple of weeks. But other than that, though, that was good. This Summit, like I said, the Team USA, Team Canada Summit, that was good. Now, I will say, as a whole, this was a not so strong NXT episode for the week. That's my opinion compared to other NXTs. But I get it. They are setting up for NXT Heatwave. It's not even called NXT Heatwave. It's just called WWE Heatwave. And I will do a prediction on Heatwave, see how it's going to go. But other than that, it's time to get into the key moments that happened for NXT for this week. There were a lot of some key moments that happened. And we got to talk about what's going to happen next, if not a Heatwave, maybe for the upcoming weeks. So I believe they have No Mercy and Halloween Havoc coming up soon. Now, even though Trick Williams did not win the number one contendership, he's still the TNA World Champion, and he still looks strong. And he did just successfully defend his TNA title against Moose. So Trick is still looking good. This whole Mariah May and Jordynne Grace, like I said, it was a weak segment for both women. Is either going to make this match going to either make or break this feud. So hopefully they step it up at Heatwave. I really hope they do. Meanwhile, for Fatal Influence, even though they've been having a lot of issues lately, there is a chance, a slight chance, that JC Jane may lose the TNA World Knockouts Championship at Heatwave in a triple threat match. And it's going to be because one of the Fatal Influence members. My rating for this NXT for this week, not the best, 3.5 out of 5, lackluster. not as strong. I think they're saving everything for Heatwave and possibly for the NXT after Heatwave. Definitely was not one of my favorite episodes. Some things was just dull. But other than that, though, guys, that's all I have for WWE NXT. New #1 contender. We are talking about the recap of NXT. This is the NXT before Heatwave. Heatwave is Sunday. We'll do a prediction review on that. You guys click the link below to the next video. Until then, guys, you already know what it is at this point. It's OUT.